World Mission Society Church of God falsely teaches that our human family structure is a copy shadow of the heavenly family structure. They deduce that since humans have mother and father figures as head of a household, we therefore must have the same in the heavenly family. Then they go on to deduce that we therefore must have a mother God. And then they further go on to deduce that if you do not accept Mother God into your heart, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. This is of the Antichrist. Now, before I get started, let me remind you that when Jesus walked this earth, never once did he ever make mention of a mother God. Furthermore, when he taught the disciples how to pray, he started the prayer with, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." Now, regarding the heavenly family structure, I'm about to slay one of World Mission Society Church of God's foundational teachings using the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. In Matthew 22, 23 through 33, you can read the entire story of the marriage at the resurrection. The Sadducees, who were a Jewish religious group of that time and against Jesus, came to him with a challenging question, hoping that he would fumble. They proposed a scenario in which a brother in a family of 7 brothers dies, and then the next brother takes on his widowed wife and marries her. And then the same thing happens to the second and the third brother, right on down to the 7th. Finally, the woman dies. Their question was in verse 28. "Now then, at the resurrection, whose wife will she be of the 7, since all of them were married to her?" Jesus replied in verse 29 and 30. "You are in error because you do not know the scriptures or the power of God. At the resurrection, people will neither marry nor be given in marriage. They will be like the angels in heaven." Wow. Now, just for you to ponder, have you ever heard of a female angel? The answer is no. You see, it is no coincidence that Jesus made mention of the angels in his response to this scenario. And it is no coincidence that throughout the entirety of history, the angels that have been revealed to humanity are all male. And the Sadducees knew that too. Now, I'm not trying to interpret anything. What I'm saying is exactly the words that I see. Jesus said that we will not marry. Jesus said that we would be like the angels, who also apparently do not marry. So I think it's pretty clear to say that the family structure in heaven is not a copy shadow of the human family structure. Now, don't be embarrassed if you've been following a false church that teaches false doctrines. For even the Sadducees, who were very religious men of those biblical days, were confused. But now it's time to come out of the false doctrines and false teachings. The take-home message is this: Jesus clearly told us that the family structure in heaven is not a copy shadow of the human family structure. And therefore, we cannot deduce that we have a mother God simply because we have human mothers. And any church that is teaching of a mother God is way off base, and I guarantee that they are using their own separate religious books, separate from the Holy Bible. Therefore, World Mission Society Church of God is of the Antichrist, because their teachings are exactly anti to what Christ taught the Sadducees.